Well, you guys, welcome back to episode 16 of the pod.
Your memory
Right?
always amazes me.
Yeah, I try my
I
best.
think that's, yeah.
But anyways, I'm Leah,
I'm Belle.
and this is Shelf Life.
Welcome.
So today we're going to be chatting about A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. And we are sitting at the Free Range Exchange in La Crosse. Yeah, I got myself a caramel hazelnut latte with oat milk. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's a good rating. I got a pumpkin spice latte because I'm basic like that. And I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay. All right.
I'll give it a 7.
And Val has a phenomenal question to ask you guys. Or I guess to
Yes.
start the pod
Well,
here.
I mean, if you guys want to answer too, that's cool too. But this is from my roommate. She doesn't even know I'm asking this question. But if you were a cheese, what kind of cheese would you be? You had a second to think about this, so I'm excited.
Okay, I have one in mind, but I'm trying to think of my reasoning, to be honest.
I mean, it's cheese. You don't really need a good reason.
Okay, well, have you ever heard of burrata cheese?
No.
Well, I just used it for the first time the other day in a new recipe, so I'm gonna go with that, I think.
Okay. What is it like? What is it similar to?
It's a ball of cheese.
Okay.
Okay. It comes. It sounds so gross. It comes packaged in water.
So it's like mozzarella kind of.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a ball of mozzarella.
Mozzarella.
Oh my god. Okay. It's mozzarella.
Okay.
And then in the inside, it's like more mozzarella.
But I wasn't like expecting like a surprise. It's like those cereal boxes, like a surprise toy inside. You cut it up and you're like, oh, there's a toy. What the heck?
Okay, but it's different texture. That's what I was trying to get. I'm tired.
Okay, so and you're like that. Why? Because she's got differentness on the inside.
Yeah, I'm full of surprises.
Okay.
Yeah, that was good.
That's a good. Actually, yeah, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
It's very deep.
So deep. Let me just wipe them quick.
Oh my god.
And Val, now that I gave you time to think, what type of cheese would you be?
I said I was like a white cheddar. Because I don't know why. I feel like I'm like a sharp cheese, or I'm like I'm like an acquired taste. You know, like not everybody likes me. Not like a depressing way. I don't know. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm like a regular cheddar, but like a white cheddar. Sure.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
And I think those were good answers for
Yeah.
both of us.
Do you want to give us a quick high and low of your week at all?
Yeah, okay, so, quick high. I got to spend 4 days, I think, with one of my best friends. It was her birthday last Thursday. So I went and stayed with her, and I surprised her, and I decorated her apartment, and we just had so much fun. We went out, and she got a tattoo, and it was just so nice to spend time with her, especially for like a longer time, because we grew up with each other, and like, you know when you just spend weeks with your best friend, like as a child, it just hits so different.
Yes.
So that was really nice. And low, well, I think this is kind of like because of spending the week with her, but I kind of just like fell out of my routine for the last week. I haven't been able to get myself back into it. I was talking to Val about this before we started the pod, but I just haven't been going to the gym just because I've been focusing on other things. So I'll get back into it. But that's something I've been struggling with, I guess.
And we're all gonna hold Leah accountable.
Yes, you are.
Bombard her.
Yeah.
Actually, don't
DM
do
me
that.
and tell
Don't
me.
do that. That feels me.
DM me, attack me, and keep me accountable.
Please don't. Oh my gosh.
And Val, high and low for you.
Well, my low last week was last week. All of it. my high is, okay, this is just strange and this is goofy, but I don't like Hamilton, okay?
Okay.
I don't like Taylor Swift very much. And I don't like, this is niche, but I don't like Whitney Levitt from The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Did you ever watch that show?
No.
Okay, well, there's that show. I don't like her. Some girlies know what I'm talking about. Anyways, Dancing with the Stars, this character, Whitney Levitt, is on there, and she danced to Hamilton.
Okay.
And that was, like, my high of the whole week. I was like, this is phenomenal. I love our Dancing with the Stars nights. It's so much fun. We have, like, a Abby Lee Miller pyramid going on. It's great.
Oh my god.
And then, yeah, Taylor Swift's new album came out, and I haven't listened to the whole thing. I've just listened to the one song, but it's so good, and I don't like Taylor Swift. But,
Really?
like, you could inject that song into my veins, and, like, I would be so happy.
Is this the same song where, like, a chunk of her lyrics is like, I'm not a savage, I'm a baddie, or something like
No, it's not that one.
But you know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
I think that's wild for Taylor Swift to have that.
It's very off-brand.
It is
for her.
very off-brand.
Yes, it is.
But, yeah.
Oh, and I have one more story.
Okay.
This is goofy, but now I have to say it because I promised I would say it.
Yes,
so.
she did.
So I met a man at Oktoberfest. Okay.
Okay.
He binge listened to our entire podcast in 2 days.
2 days.
So he's probably listening to this right now because he's asking me when the next
dedication.
one comes out.
Every Friday at 10.
Every Friday at 10. So he wanted a shout out, so I'm not name dropping him, but here's your shout out.
Well, thanks for listening.
Our one and only listener.
No, we have more than one. She said 2. Also, if you are a regular listener, I am so sorry because I fucked up last week and I accidentally released our episode at 10 p.m. I got the notification at 10 p.m. that Shelf Life episode 15 came out, and I said, oh shit.
I was a little confused because I went to go, like, I like to just, like, listen to them on Spotify just to make sure that they, like, whatever. And I know, I, like, went on at, like, 11 and I noticed that it hadn't posted, but then I saw that the Instagram post posted at noon, so I was like, oh, maybe Leah just posted at noon. I'm like, well, whatever, I don't care. Didn't realize that.
No.
That's funny.
Yeah, I guess I didn't click the button. I was just trying to get it posted before I left. And then, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But anyways.
Sometimes you gotta wait for good things.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's enough about us.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Oh my god.
8-minute intro, that's not that
I
bad.
don't even know where I'm looking. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so like Leah said, this week we read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So this book is about main character, her name is Pip. Basically for like her high school, it's kind of like a senior project. It's like a big project, capstone project. She decides to look into a murder that happened in her town. Basically, the gist of this murder is this girl, Andy Bell, goes missing, and a few days later, her boyfriend at the time is found in the woods. He had died by suicide, or trigger warning for people. But yeah, he died by suicide, and he like had sent a text to his dad saying like, I'm so sorry, but I did it, or whatever. However, she thinks, his name is Sal, the girl's name is Andy. Pip thinks that Sal is innocent, and she thinks that the police didn't do a thorough enough job of like actually looking into this case. She thinks there was like a lot of racial profiling going on, and that there were just enough things that didn't add up and make sense, so they just kind of wrote it off as Sal and just are going on with it. So she decides to look more into this murder and try and figure out what's going on.
Yes, and for a little bit more context, Pip knew Sal in high school, and Sal was very nice to her, and also Sal's family is Indian, I believe.
Okay.
And yeah, because I believe so. And
I
that
don't
would
remember. I think so.
that would make sense for the profiling. But yeah, so just so you know, with like the racial prejudice and everything, yeah.
Yes. Pip also decides to partner with, oh my gosh, why am I forgetting his name?
Robbie?
Yes.
Sal's brother.
Yes. They partner together to start like looking more into this murder, so he's like kind of helping her out.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, getting into it a little deeper.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the book? Okay, so the initial disappearance murder of Andy and Sal happened 5 years ago, for a little deeper context as well. So, yeah, Pip basically just starts finding all of the connections and like people that knew Andy and Sal at the time, and she starts like interviewing all of them. She obviously starts with Ravi. That's like her first person that she contacts, and then that's when they like start working on the case together, because she believes that Sal is guilty, or I mean innocent.
Nope.
Damn it.
Close. The other one actually.
She believes Sal is innocent and that he didn't do it. Yeah, basically Ravi and her are trying to prove his brother's innocence. And they find out a lot of stuff. I'm trying not to like give away too many details, but Pip starts receiving like threats, and she keeps that from Ravi because she wants to keep going.
Yeah.
And
which is also a sign that clearly Sal didn't do it, because if she's receiving threats,
Yeah.
that means somebody's onto her. Somebody doesn't want her to continue what she's doing. So like,
yes. But yeah, she just did a very, very thorough investigation.
insanely thorough
It
investigation.
was. Yeah. I was thinking about it on the drive over here that like this high school girl just researched and investigated this case in a matter of a couple weeks. Actually, it was like a few months, I guess, at that point.
Yeah.
But-
yeah, like 2-3 months.
But still, the amount of details that she pulled out and like that she just had presented by the end of it is insane. And to know that the police at the time of that disappearance and murder, like, they literally didn't pick up on anything?
Right?
Come on! But yeah, so I really liked it though. I thought that obviously there's a lot of characters in this. Like, there's a lot.
There's a
of
lot
people.
of characters.
So it was hard to like keep everybody straight. And yeah, but everybody played their own role in some way. So yeah, overall thoughts though, it was good. I'll spoil it in a little bit. And Val, what
my
were your
gosh.
thoughts?
So, I actually read this book back in high school. And guys, I hated it. I hated it. However, I wasn't going to reread it. I was just going to try and, remember. But the more I was thinking about it, the more I'm like, I don't remember anything about this book. I really don't. So I, just listened to, the audiobook version of it. And the second time around, I honestly don't know why I didn't like it so much. I enjoyed this book. I think, there were a lot of characters. And listening to it on an audiobook, I usually don't have a hard time keeping characters straight, but this one, I think because I was probably multitasking
Yes.
most of the time while listening, I was really struggling
Yeah.
to keep the characters apart.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun listening to the audiobook version though, because they did different filming or recording techniques. When they're when she's doing the interviews, it sounds like she's on a recorder or
Oh,
whatever,
yeah?
which was kind of cool, but also really annoying because I'm like, huh? I cannot understand.
Yeah.
Please
Talk
this is-
clearly.
Talk clearly, please. But yeah, I thought it was interesting. I think
Yeah.
Pip is a really fun character. She's insane. I'm not gonna lie. She
Yeah.
is, she does a lot of very questionable things in this,
She
and I'm I
does.
don't fully understand the dedication to this, but whatever floats your boat, girlie.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I think it was fun to kind of solve the mystery with her, and this is this is a perfect plot twist. We'll
Yeah.
get into some more spoilers later, but this really is a perfect plot twist where it's the characters that end up kind of being more involved, they don't come completely out of the blue, but you also don't see it coming.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Is it time for Leah to spoil things?
Yes. It's so time for me to spoil. Okay. So I'm thinking about how we should unravel this plot, because there's a lot to unravel. But I'm gonna give you a second.
I'm sick, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sick for the 6th week in a row.
Yeah, she's never gonna get better.
I'm perpetually ill. It's fine. Yeah, that's another thing. This book is so much happens.
Yes.
Which is so appreciated because I feel like last week's book, nothing happened.
No.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of layers to this one. Okay, let's see. So, okay, Andie Bell is seen by the town as
She's
being
a great character.
Yeah. She's seen as this like perfect white girl that comes from like, aren't they from like a more rich family? Or maybe not, but
I don't know. Like upper middle class.
Okay. But regardless, okay, she's seen as this like perfect white girl, you know.
Popular, everybody
Yes.
likes her, has a lot of friends.
Yes. Come to find out, she is such a manipulative little liar.
She
And
is.
she has all these secrets. Pip finds out that Andie was dealing drugs to like obviously young kids at parties.
She was cheating on her boyfriend at the
Yes.
time and sleeping with a mysterious older man.
Yes. So yeah, there was that older man, the drugs. Oh, she was just kind of a bitch to her friends and like just kind of kept secrets from them and then rubbed it in their faces, and she just wasn't, she did not seem like a very good friend at all.
She threatened to like blackmail people too.
Yes.
Like
Yeah. So there's a lot of shady things going on, and
She was a
like,
shady 17-year-old.
She was. Yes. Yeah. I'm trying to think of anything else there was. I mean, her family had issues. Like their dad was emotionally abusive. So that also kind of came into the picture as well. Because even though Andie was doing all of this stuff at 17, nobody really knew about it or whatever. She was still seen in the public eye as like this perfect girl. So yeah, and that comes into play later on.
Yep.
Okay, now any
Sal,
details?
on the other hand, I feel like I don't have a ton to say about him. His character wasn't focused on a lot, but yeah, like the town, obviously when the police are like, yeah, he's a murderer, they just jumped on it and they like hate him for it. Even though like he technically was never tried as a murderer, so he's like just alleged.
Yes.
They just hopped on it like they really are not Team Sal at all.
No.
So yeah, he was very like wrongfully accused, and a lot of people had really good experiences with him, and so yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. Okay, so trying to think of a decent way to reveal details.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
all
so
sporadically intertwined.
it really is very sporadically intertwined because like she is slowly figuring out just like bits and pieces of what's going on. So I guess we could kind of talk about like some of the other characters. Like Max was one of Sal's good friends, and he
Naomi.
had some kind of like relations with Andie a little bit, not like in like a relationship type, you know, like they weren't like dating or sleeping together or anything, but he was like buying drugs from her. Naomi was she was friends with Sal too, right?
She was Max's best friend.
She was Max's best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I thought. Or was she Sal's best friend?
I don't know. I think they were all friends together.
Yeah. They were in like a big friend group. But it was Max, Naomi, a guy named Jack, I believe, and Sal.
I don't remember Jack.
I think they didn't really talk about
He
him.
wasn't very important.
No. I think there were 4 friends, but yeah. Okay, so the night that Andie went missing, they were all like hanging out together, and they tried saying that Sal left the house at like 10:30 before everything happened, but
Basically, they were trying to give Sal an alibi.
yes. Come to find out, those 4 friends were involved in a hit and run, and so they were trying to cover their own asses.
Wait, what?
Yeah. That's why.
Really?
Yes.
What?
Okay, so Naomi and Max and Jack, I believe. I think Sal wasn't in the car. I think it was the three of them. They had been at a previous house party and they hit a man and he ended up being paralyzed and they never, it was
What
a
book did
secret.
I read?
Basically, Max, Naomi, Jack, they were all involved in this hit and run, and they never actually went to the police about it, obviously, because they didn't want, Max kind of convinced them in the moment, and then Naomi started therapy because obviously that's a very traumatic thing. Yes. And she started writing in a journal, and her dad, Elliot Ward, who's also a teacher at the school, was Sal's, like, social studies teacher or history teacher. He, being Naomi's father, he read her journal, so he knew about the hit and run as well. And so after that night that Andy disappeared, he told those kids that they needed to lie about Sal being there because he knew about the hit and run. But I think he texted him as an unknown number, didn't he?
I don't remember the hit and run part, so I must have missed some of this book.
I think he had texted them as an unknown number, because otherwise they would have known. Yeah. So anyways, he was anonymous, but he basically, like, forced them to lie because he had this huge secret of theirs and he was going to expose it.
Well, and the reason why he did all of that, honestly, there are so many other parts. Like, I feel like we could literally talk about this book so much.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I feel like there is one more other big character that we should probably talk about. The drug dealer.
Oh, Howie?
Howie.
Yes.
So Andy's, like, basically drug supplier. He also didn't have an alibi, and this is where Pip gets a little crazy because she goes to confront this guy. She like follows him and confronts him, and I'm like, babe, what are we doing?
Girl, yeah.
But yeah, so she like confronts him and she like takes pictures of him at a drug deal and then goes to his house and is like, hey, here are these pictures of you doing this very illegal thing, and if you don't tell me exactly what happened the night that Andy Bell disappeared and all about your relationship with her, I'm gonna send these pictures to the police. So he basically said that, like, they didn't have like a, you know, very connected relationship, like, on purpose because, you know, they didn't want to have a bunch of information on each other, but he let her know that Andy had, like, a burner phone.
Yes.
And that it was hiding in her room in, like, the floorboards.
Yep.
So they ended up finding this burner phone, which leads more to more things later.
Yeah.
But he was also, like, a major suspect for a long time because he didn't have an alibi. He was just, like, passed out on the couch at home when Andy went missing. So, I mean, you know, Pip totally thought it was him because he's already got a lot of criminal activity. There's a lot of criminal activity in this book.
There is. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, on that burner phone, when they do end up, and they go about none of this ethically.
No.
Because Pip and Ravi sneak into the Bell's home.
Yes.
And they find this burner phone. And essentially are able to, like, trace one of the phone numbers back to Elliot Ward, who we were talking about earlier.
Yes. Well, yes, because when they broke into the home, they found one. So the burner phone was gone, like, from the floorboards.
Oh, it was?
Yes, it was.
How did they get it then?
They found Andy's notebook, her school planner, and there had been.
Yes, that's right.
Yes,
that's right.
She had some of her, like, drug notes and stuff in there.
Yeah.
And then also there was a number that was jotted down that was, like, semi-erased or, like, somehow it was some kind of number, and they were trying to figure that out. That ended up being Elliot's number.
That's right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Never mind.
Yes.
Because then Becca had the burner phone, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Never mind. That is how that happened.
Yeah, I don't even.
Because she found it, like, and because there were still drugs in there too. There's so much that happens in this book.
Yes. Oh my god. Yeah, it's so hard to actually, like, release all of the details chronologically because all of this is just, like, being thrown at you as you read throughout the book. But yeah, so Elliot's number on this burner phone ends up being found in Andy's notebook. They didn't fully know whose number that
it
was.
yeah.
But they just knew that number was significant. They figured out that Andy had went to this motel a couple times, and there was also a nude photo of her that Max had. So there were so many things going on that was leading Pip to think of multiple different suspects. And yeah, then
that was one thing I really appreciated about the book was at the end of each of her logs, she would write her updated suspect list, which because there are so many characters, that was really helpful to kind of keep track of
yes,
why everything's going on.
That, and I also just appreciated all the little doodles and stuff. She made a murder map and just all of the different details that she connected. It made it a lot easier to follow along with.
So don't listen to this as an audiobook.
Yeah, the audiobook does not do all the notes justice.
No.
It looks so cool.
You'll miss major parts of the plot.
You will, just like Val.
I've read this twice and I don't know what happened.
There was a hit and run? What?
How did I miss that?
I don't know, girl. That was...
I was multitasking hard.
I'm trying to find the murder map so I can show you guys, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
That's okay. Y'all can envision what a murder map is.
But yeah, basically a bunch of doodles.
That was creepy. Anyways.
Where were we at? Yeah. How did she figure out it was Elliot?
I think they do trace the phone number back to him.
Yes. Also, we mentioned how she was getting threats. So, Pippa was getting two different types of threats. There were notes that were being left in, she had went camping with her friends in August, and there was a note left in her suitcase, in her sleeping bag, that said,
Suitcase.
that said, stop looking into this, or something like that. Basically just threatening. And then after that, she logged into Kara, her best friend's laptop, also Naomi's sister. Sorry.
There are too many characters, you guys.
There are.
Everybody's gonna be so confused.
You better just read the book.
Honestly, yeah.
But she set up settings to keep the printer log almost, so she could tell if the documents were being printed from that home or whatever.
Yes.
She was trying to figure out who was leaving these
because
notes.
she thought it was Naomi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So she had that setting, whatever. Then she was also getting text messages from an unknown number as well. And those were more threatening. They had different wording. It wasn't quite the same as what the papers were. Then she got a second paper saying to stop, whatever. And she had checked in the printer log and she saw that it came from Elliot Ward. So after that, she was like, well, I know that it's him. And that's when things really started to be pieced together.
Exactly. So
yeah,
basically
she ends up putting her phone in Elliot's car with the Find My tracker on. Ravi had it connected to her phone. And then she shoved it under his seat, and they watched him go to this different, it was their old house basically. So they were okay, there's something there, we need to go check that out. And yeah, then for some reason she decides to go alone, I think that next day, and she calls the cops when she first gets there, and she's like, you need to send units now. He has a girl, whatever. And then they just have a casual conversation about this. She just enters the home and she's like, it's over.
So basically she figures out that she decides that Elliot killed Andy. Is what she kind of pieces together.
Yes.
At the time. So she goes, calls the cops, and then she's like, you have to tell me everything, whatever. So he basically admits that he had been seeing Andy. He was the older guy that was sleeping with her.
Yes.
He kind of really pawns it off as she really wanted to do it. She was manipulating me. I just, I was in a lonely place, whatever.
He
not taking
the
ownership.
attention.
Yeah, the attention. It was icky.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he admits to that. And, oh gosh, then what happens?
He also talked about how he killed Sal.
Yes, because because Andy had come over, right, and
Yes.
he had,
So
right, no, he hit her on the head, or she fell.
he shoved her and
she fell.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
And then she
Basically.
left,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So then when Andy had gone missing, he had like assumed that like he had basically killed her and that she had died somewhere, like how on the walk home or whatever. So he needed to make it look like it wasn't on him. So
Yeah.
he convinces Sal to like, let's go out, let's go look for Andy. And he gives him a bunch of sleeping pills and puts a bag over his head and kills him. He also like puts like Andy's blood under like his fingernails and stuff like that.
He was. This was so calculated.
It was very calculated.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
like, oh, I'm innocent. I'm a victim in this. Like,
Right?
Okay.
No,
all
you're
right,
not.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So then Pip's kind of thinking, like, oh, it's all over. And she'd also gotten two other threats earlier in the book. Her computer had been smashed.
Yes.
And her dog was killed. Somebody killed her dog, which
Yes.
is insane.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
as Mr. Ward is like, it feels weird to call him Mr. Ward. I like that you can see as she like loses respect for him, and as she figures it out, she calls him Elliot instead of Mr. Ward, which I think is interesting. But like as he's being taken away by police, she like says something about like, like, and you killed my dog, and he's like, the fuck? No, I didn't.
The fuck?
So then she's like, okay, well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
If he didn't kill my dog, and then she starts comparing the threats that she's been getting, and it's very obvious that like whoever's been threatening her is not the same person.
Yes.
So there is still another person, and
It didn't explain how like Andy had left Elliot's house and then she still like
she was
disappeared.
never found again. Like her body was never found.
Yeah.
I think the battery's almost dead.
Almost. I think we can wrap it up.
We can wrap it up.
But yeah, so she was still trying to figure out this missing piece and like what had actually happened to Andy. Come to find out, it was actually Becca, her sister.
This lost me. I'm not gonna lie. This I had a hard time following. It makes sense, but like how she pieced it together, I have no idea.
Yeah. But essentially, like, were Becca and Andy fighting?
So Becca had been roofied and raped at a party.
That's right, by Max.
By Max.
Because of the drugs that Andy sold him.
Yes. So when she figured out that Andy had been selling, she basically like confronted Andy and was like, listen, like I was raped, like basically not like because of you, but kind of indirectly because of you.
Yeah.
And Andy was like, I don't really care. That's whatever. So they were fighting, and all of a sudden Andy like she like falls to the ground and like because like her head wound or whatever. Becca didn't realize that she had a head wound at the time, but she like falls to the ground. She starts I think like throwing up and whatever. Like it was whatever, and Becca does nothing.
She basically choked on her own vomit.
Yeah, she just stood there and watched, and then after that she was like, okay, well now I just watched my sister die, like that's not cool. So she put her in the trunk of her car.
Yep. And she drove her out to a farm.
Oh, that's right.
That
Oh, yeah.
abandoned house.
She drove her out to an abandoned house and put her in the septic tank.
Yep.
The end.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a brutal ending, actually. That was a plot twist. Also, one thing that we did not mention, Elliot had actually kidnapped a girl. He thought it was Andy.
I don't understand that either. How do you think she was Andy?
I don't
You were
know.
sleeping with her.
Yeah.
How do you not know who she is?
Yeah. Well, so after all of this had happened, a couple weeks after or something, he saw this girl walking alongside the highway, and it looked like Andy, and he thought it was Andy.
And she was like drugged out. Like,
Yes. Yeah.
Not all there.
So he basically took her to this old house, and he kept her in the attic, and he was like going there 3 times a week to cook and like to let her shower and like
And he was like, oh, like it's fine, like I'll go up and watch TV with her, like she's happy.
Right? She's not happy.
She's not happy.
No.
Come to find out, she was a missing persons from another town.
Yes.
She basically had some sort of mental disability and like had struggled with substance abuse and was kidnapped by him, and then was basically convinced that she was Andy because she was just kind of like confused about the situation.
Yes. And she had been like that for 5 years.
For 5 years.
Yeah. But they finally caught him, and she was finally found.
Finally found.
Yeah.
And yeah. So this was a crazy book. This was definitely like, y'all have to read it. Oh, we didn't do ratings.
No,
What did you rate it?
I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay. I'm also gonna give it a 4 actually.
Yeah. I thought it was really good.
I hope you guys kind of followed along. Like, I feel like this book was really hard because I mean, it wasn't told chronologically. It was told chronologically, but like all of the events that happen aren't chronological because we're finding them out in pieces. So it is, I don't know. It's a
tricky.
good mystery.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like, if you're into like this felt very much like a crime podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it was
Yeah.
good. It was interesting. But yeah, there's also more to the series, I believe. I think there's 2 other books.
Good
Yeah.
Girl, Bad Blood, As Good as Dead. Yeah.
So, yeah, if you guys are big into thrillers, this was such a fun little kickoff. Happy October. It's
Happy
fall.
October.
Yay. Oh my gosh.
And the weather is finally matching.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're finally chilly outside.
Yes. And there's a fucking bee attacking Val.
Go away. Oh my gosh. Anyways, next week, what are we reading, Leah?
How to Sell a Haunted House.
Yup.
I don't remember
I
the
need to
author.
find that book. I have not even looked. Batteries flashing at us, you guys, so we gotta go. But
Yeah, we
thank
do.
you so much. Follow us everywhere.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
That was such a rush.
Goodbye.
Okay.